Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
So maybe we're going to wait a minute to admit everyone.
I am I am Eduardo.
Can you all hear me well?
Yes.
Good. Good, good. Okay. Then my colleague Marion Houssin is here next to me. And if you have any questions, she will cut, unfortunately, the microphones for now. But if you have any questions, you can just write it down, and I'll do also a break maybe during the presentation, as everyone can talk either via chat or maybe you can talk directly, as it's always better talking and not being a lot presenting it. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to our open day for museum workers and guides and adults as well today. I'm Garance Laporte, so I'm the program coordinator at the European Culture Academy. And today I'm going to present you a bit what we do, what we propose, and I'll share a screen with the presentation I've done as it might be clearer. Don't forget you can ask any questions on the chat. Marion is here for this, and I'll be able to answer as well all the informations you might need. So there we go. We can see, yes. Okay, so first of all, I think it's important to understand who we are. So, ECA is the largest international training center in creative pedagogy, based in Venice, with additional locations in Amsterdam and Barcelona. We offer 1 week intensive programs designed for professionals in the cultural sector. To date, over 1,000 professionals have participated in our programs, and we are now actively applying our unique methodology in their own work. So, I've put it a bit of pictures also of the different rooms we have. For example, here we are in one of our rooms in Venice. If you come to one of our training program, this is one of the room we have. I wanted to talk about our vision. Our vision is clear. We believe in the transformative power of education to shift how people perceive themselves and to help both children and adults through creatively and professionally. We also believe that art is not just for particularly talented or formally trained, because we know, after all, I would like to ask you also where you're from which museums, or maybe you're independent guides, or maybe you're technician, sorry, in a museum or in an art gallery. I'd like to know more about you, but sometimes we have, and we do all have different backgrounds, and I would like to know a bit more about it with you. So it's a universal means of expression. Art encourages creativity. It connects people to local history, and it enhances both verbal and non-verbal communications and fosters critical thinking. So our mission is actually to support and inspire people in their creative journeys. We aim to dismantle social, economical, and geographical borders through art and education, ensuring that creativity is accessible to all. So this is very important for us. Our training program is based on the communication and on being open minded also with everyone. I mean, everyone is um, um, sorry, there was a microphone on. So we do believe that it's absolutely for everyone, and that art is just here to support, inspire people, yes, but also to connect people. You'll see that in our training programs, lots of people are coming from different backgrounds, different um, uh, how do you call different area also in the world, and this is very important to create also different groups in order to open our minds and our visions in art as well. So, who benefits to these programs? Of course, we do have teachers teachers from schools, all levels that are coming to our training programs. But today, of course, the open day is on you and on you professional that are museum educators or cultural mediator. As I said, maybe you're an independent or agency based on tour guide. Maybe you're cultural animator, art facilitator. We do have lots of people already coming from this world. So today, I'd like to present you more. But first of all, I'd like to know more about you, of course, before talking about the all the courses specifically. And I will be very interested in having a bit um, your voice and knowing who you are, where you're from, what are your different backgrounds. Do you work in museums? Do you work as a guide? So if you want to activate your microphone, maybe one per one, or maybe telling in the chat because I can see the chat as well. That would be very interesting in order to keep going and see who we are all together today and knowing a bit your different path.
Can I go first?
Go first.
Hi, my name's James. I work for museums in Scotland. I also do some tour guiding into the Highlands and to cultural sites throughout the rest of Scotland. I have a background in museum learning and outreach. So I'm very sort of interested in perhaps do a course with you at some point.
Very interesting. Thank you so much, James.
Hmm.
And can I ask you something else, James? Do you
Yep.
have you ever done any training program in like this?
I did. Yeah, I did a master's in
Mm.
museum studies, and that was at Westminster in London.
Oh, great, great. And did you have like a week training program with the effective tools that you've had from this, or was it more theoretical?
There was lots of practice-based project work involved as well. It was a good combination of theory and practice, actually.
Hmm. Hmm. And it's interesting also for us knowing like you received actually you received actually the invitation then for this webinar. And what do you expect from a training program from us?
I haven't really looked into it much, actually. I've just sort of come today to this, and I'm finding out about it now, really.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah,
good. So then you're totally new and you will
yeah,
discover.
pretty much.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I can see also in the chat some info. Well, I'm from Berlin. Next art therapist. Very interesting, Julia. Ines from Vienna, Albertina Museum is a wonderful museum. I love it. Head of Education Department is great. 27 guides and 3 venues. Candida from Portugal, a professor in the area, cultural resources management, amazing. Annie, your teacher in English and teacher training trainer, and I have been using art in my lesson training sessions to help students creativity and critical thinking. I think you're all in the right place then. This is very, very good. Okay, and maybe just as James have asked, maybe the people that just answered on what they do. What do you expect from a training program, as I've just presented, also in some words, uh, concerning the vision we have, concerning who we are? Um, what do you expect, like, to bring something new on your proper path? What do you want to bring to your museum, to your clinic as an art therapist? What do you want to bring in your classes for the teachers? Um, in a specific way? Do you have any expectations? Do you have any lack as well in your work that maybe a training program could help or enrich in that sense?
Well, if I may,
Yes.
I really don't have any particular expectation.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the publicity and
Mm.
I said, okay, this looks like something I'm interested in. And if any expectation at all, it would be to learn a little bit more and to see how I can improve what I do with my students.
Amazing. Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Annie.
Welcome.
I'm from Warsaw, history and art, teaching language in museums. Wonderful, Ilona. Actually, I'm also art historian, so I'm very happy to talk to all of you today, um, and to see also the answers. That there's no right answer, actually. In the various training programs we've had, also as a program coordinator, at the end of every week, I'm learning something with the group and the creativity uh, that is actually um, coming up during the week. So it's a very interesting. Okay, thank you so much. Maybe I'll talk again with you, and I'll leave you the space to talk because it's more interesting as a
Thank you.
conversation.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Ilona, yeah. It's more interesting as a conversation more than as a theoretical presentation. I just want you to know that there is this opportunity, and I'll give you more info, also some tools. But I really want to help and knowing actually where we could be helpful as well, and drawing our training programs to improve them. Because it's just listening to the people working in this area that we can improve way much more. Jessica de Poma from Madrid, freelance and cultural agent in art creator, amazing. I also cooperate with Iberoamerica Cultural Press. Thank you very much for this interesting conference. I can't talk no for logistic issues. It's okay. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Jessica or Jessica. Great. Okay, so I'll keep going with the presentation. Do we see still? Yes. Okay. So, so why you would be interested in joining our program? What you will gain actually doing this training program? Uh, so now let me explain why you should consider joining our program and what you'll gain from it. So by participating in our training, you'll have the opportunity to revitalize your practice through creative approaches, reflect on your own methods and the challenges you face, exchange ideas and experiences with the peers from across Europe and beyond, because actually, as we could see on the chat right now, you're from everywhere. Discover new tools and formats that are adaptable to your own context. So again, it's about encounters and meeting not only with the trainers that will do the training program during a week, either in Venice, Barcelona, or Amsterdam. It's also an encounter with the other people that are coming from your word, but not from art word specifically. And this is how we do enrich also the training program. And this is our vision, again, to leave it open, to leave it open again, way much more the creativity. Um, so what could you expect from these programs? Actually, they are immersive and hands-on. So for example, I gave you a bit of example. We do 3 visits to renowned museums in the 3 cities. We do engaging workshops, artistic experiences. We give the opportunities for collaborative creation. You also meet artists. You're gonna meet curators. You're gonna meet also other cultural professionals. And again, you'll do lots of activities with everyone in the group. So it's going to be a collective discussions to foster exchange and growth. So additionally, I'd like to introduce 2 examples of the tools we use in our program to give you a better idea of what you will experience during the training. So of course, these are 2 examples that we're happy to share. As you might understand, the whole program is very interesting when you do it in totally like in general, because you will start with a theoretical approach, then you'll do lots of museum visits, and then you'll go again with everyone, and you're going to talk, and then you're going to do some activities based on the creativity and based on sharing and in collectivity this approach. So, of course, these examples are, for example, activities that we do in the middle of the week. Um, so, there is one activity that actually we're doing here in Venice. It's called, we can call it pedagogical cadaveric ski. So I am not going to explain to you all what is cadaveric ski, but of course we use this technique and we try to adapt it in order to uh, do something different. For example, if you give um, visit to your students if you're a teacher, or to your people if you're a guide, or if you also do the curator actually and you present your exhibition. So, how it works? I've tried to do a summary of it, but as you can read, and maybe we will be able to share also this presentation later on if you're interested in. You have my email. Marion is here after to share all my contacts, and you'll be able to uh, send me emails if you're interested in anything and if you have other questions. So each participant writes just one part of a visitor scenario. Example, the location. So we're going to imagine that we are in the Musée du Louvre in Paris. And then they fold the paper to hide the answer. They pass it to the next person, as the Kadraversky is, who writes the next part blind to the previous one. And at the end, you unfold and read the exquisite experience, loud, unexpected, absurd, and maybe brilliant. Actually, we do have some results, sometimes very interesting and very different, and the exercise is never the same. So it's very, very interesting. After all, you can do a variety on the sections. For example, it's the location of the visit, or it can be the target audience, it can be the learning or emotional goal, it can be the main activity or format, it can be an unexpected twist or a takeaway or souvenir, it can be a creative title, it can be anything, because then the process is the same. So then, after doing an exercise like this, that here was more on a drawing with the last course, the training program we've done here in Venice, you could ask the question after the activity, which ideas could actually work in real life? What surprised you most? Did this help you break out your usual creative patterns? Or how could you adapt this with your museum team or visitors? Any questions, Marion is here on the chat, and then I'll be able as well to answer. And I hope everything is clear. Then another tools I wanted to share with you. It's called the object story. It's a very simple exercise. It's to actually encourage participants to think creatively about how to turn everyday objects into interactive storytelling experiences, sparking engagement with visitors during museum tours or exhibition. You can actually do it with your own kids or nephews or kids of your friends, actually. But not only kids, actually. You can do it at home with your parents and with your friends. It's a very interesting tools. So the object story, what is the objective? It's to encourage the creative thinking by turning everyday objects into storytelling opportunities for engaging visitors in museums or tools I just said. So you don't need that much materials. You need a random object. It can be an object from your collection if you're working in a museum. It can be an object uh, from home. It can be an object that is on a painting. It can be an object that is actually just here for an exhibition, or a collective and permanent collective. Not permanent collective, sorry. The permanent collection of a museum. You need a paper, sticky notes, or markers for brainstorming. So, what are the steps? Basically, you do an introduction. So, you say it, let's turn an ordinary object into an engaging story. This could be a piece of history, a fictional adventure, or something interactive for visitors. So then you create the story, you choose the object, and you ask the participants to brainstorm a backstory. So, what's the object history or fictional story for you? what emotions or themes does it evoke for you? And could visitors interact with it? And on the third step, you share and discuss, and you invite the participants to share the story. Of course, the bonus variation, which is very interesting, is that you select an artwork from your collection and you ask the participant how they would reimagine its story for a modern audience. So now I'd like to talk about the various sorry. I'd like to give you a clearer idea of all these elements come together in practice. Let me walk you through a typical week in our program. So you'll see how each day is structured, and how we balance theory, practice, and meaningful encounters. So I will tell you again, we do have 3 cities and 3 courses that we give in Barcelona, Venice, and Amsterdam. So, for example, Barcelona. I'm not going to read all the days, but you can read it. And in the meantime, I will just present you briefly what is actually the course in Barcelona. So you have this course that is called Art School in the City, and it's based on urbanism and architecture. So you have an approach still on the creativity, but based and more focused on the urbanism and architecture. So these are a bit the various days that you will do what you will do every day. So again, as I told you, the very beginning is more theoretical. Then you have lots of visit museums, and then you have conversation, discussions, workshop, and then your own project that you do for the classroom. And you can still have another visit museum on the Saturday, because it starts from Monday to Saturday usually. Venice is more based on the teaching and learning through art, so based on visual arts. So it's a general approach on all the theme that I've just presented to you before. So it's the same thing in about doing more an approach theoretical at the beginning with visit museums, but also with um, creativity and some workshop. Again, you will present a proper project at the end of the week, as you are able to start directly from the week after to use your proper tools in your museums. Again, whatever you want to use it in your according your background. Again, in Venice, as you might know, this year is the Biennale Architettura. We still need to go properly to see all of this, because we've seen just a few. As you know, it's very big. And please note that we still have some courses for the 3 cities, but I would encourage you in Venice to come over, because the Biennale Architettura is very interesting also this year. And yeah, I will tell you about the availabilities and the slots that we have after. And then the Amsterdam is more focused on the storytelling and on the theater. So it's still the approach that we've said before, based on the creativity, but it's way much more focused on the storytelling and the theater, as I told you, with many experiences. And you'll see you will need to use your body as well, which is very interesting to add it to your own proper path. So we put it a bit, I thought, very interesting to give some example of what your colleagues say when they came over to Venice. For example, Trish was very happy about her training program. And so she just said, really enjoyed the variety of approaches on the course. The gallery tours were of particular interest given my work as a visitor engagement facilitator in the museum. The practical aspect allow me some much needed time for reflection and creative expression. And the presentation element allowed my colleagues and I to have a rethink and time to reflect on our practice and our way of working. So we've been very happy because they came. There were 5 from the Irish Museum of Modern Arts, and it was absolutely very interesting. We talked a lot with them during this week, especially because we planned to go to do this webinar today, and we were very interested in their feedback, um, which was very positive. We've put it also other feedbacks that we've had from teachers that came also in the same training programs, because you're mixed with other people actually, but we adapt the training program every single time we have the request and the various registration of the various people. So I wanted to give you a bit of a practical info about all of this, because I've talked too much almost, but I wanted to give you the practical info of how do you want to, how could you do to come over here um, in Venice or in Amsterdam or in Barcelona. So as I said, the training program is a 6 days training program from Monday to Saturday. We usually advise you to come over on Sunday night because we start the training program on Monday morning and it finishes on Saturday noon. So the locations, I think you've understood because I've told it many times: Venice, Amsterdam, and Barcelona. We usually have a group size of 15, 20 participants. The fee is 690 that you can actually pay in 3 monthly payments. I'll explain to you right after. And the accommodation transport is not included, but we can provide you suggestions. And by the end of the week, you have a certificate of attendance provided by our school. So how to apply and how to pay. So I wanted to tell you this special offer is for you. We do have a 15% discount until the May 20th. So you have a week if you want to have a 15% on the total fee. You're able to do it. And I wanted to show you the various courses that we had available. So in Venice, Amsterdam, and Barcelona in July and in October. If we have a French speaker with us, it's possible too to do it in French. So 14, 19th July, 2025 October for the 3 cities, and for the various courses that Marion will share right after in the chat. So I wanted to show you, I don't know if we can see it well. No. Yes? Okay. So I wanted to show you a screenshot of how you can do that. So the promo code is webinar 2025. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit too big. Okay. I think the image has been a bit eaten. Anyway, after I will share my screen to show it well, and Marion will send you the various links for it. But basically, when you will click on the links that Marion will send, you'll find this page where you can insert the promo code that I will share to you after. And you have the possibility to pay in 3 times. And you can choose the various dates that are included here and putting the 3 months installments. It's very easy, but sorry, the image, I don't know what happened. You have the possibility to actually do a request of Erasmus Plus, because you have the possibility to do the request with the Erasmus Plus grant with the key 1. The only thing is that this is a possibility just to go on our training program next week, because the next deadline to ask for an Erasmus Plus grant is in October, and it lasts 3 months to be accepted and then to get the funds. So this is an idea that I wanted to share with you of getting some fundings if you want to do this training program, but it will be for 2026. if you're interested in coming over this year, you are able to use the promo code with the that I've just shared here, webinar 2025, and you'll have the 15%. I wanted also to tell you, if you're more than 12 colleagues, we can also talk together and find a proper date that could be convenient for you in order to realize the program. Because, of course, we need a minimum of 12 people to organize the training programs. So I shared you the various slots that we still had for 2025. If you're interested in coming in here in Venice or in Amsterdam or in Barcelona in 2025. Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for your time and interest, because I've been talking way too much. I truly hope this presentation has been, has inspired you to take the next step in your creative and professional journey. First of all, I'd like to leave you a bit of time maybe to talk, maybe take the microphone or asking me anything in the chat. If you want, I'll leave the page with the promo code. We will share you the presentation, and Marion will send you all the courses, all the links. I think she has just done it, right? Yes. So please, if you have any questions, if something was not clear, we can talk. We still have time. And if something wasn't clear, or if you want to give me more information, if you have questions, if there's anything that is not clear, please feel free to open your mic or to ask in the chat. Okay, I'll open this chat as well. There we go. I can see that Mario answered. She's been very quick. So if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. And again, the various contacts, I've put it here, teachers.art, and the number, and also the website and the promo code and all the links that just Marion sent are useful. You can contact me via mail. I will answer. I'm answering every day, apart from the weekend. I'm available. Marion will also share my calendar if you want to talk to me directly in a video call, in a video meeting, a personal one. Thank you, Anna. It's absolutely available. The program, so Anna was asking, thank you so much for the information. Such an interesting program. I wanted to ask if the program available to non-UE citizens. Of course, it's for absolutely everyone from all over the world. We had the last students, we had people from New York. We had people from absolutely everywhere, and it's way much more interesting. When we have a mix of people, as I said before, backgrounds, but also geographically, let's say. Is there any other questions, maybe? I could do the storytelling workshop with music in Spanish. My experience is 17 years as a museum educator. Amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Please note that we do have also the courses. If you want to have a look at our website, we do suggest also a course in July, which is singing in English. And it's all about music, actually, and a music approach with 12 students we have registered now. Same in July 14, 19 of July. Again, we will be very happy to welcome you to one of our upcoming sessions. in Venice, Amsterdam, or Barcelona. And I tell you again that you can use this promo code webinar 2025 for a week. It's a 15% discount. It's the proper page where you can registering to receive a discount of a training this year. Thanks a lot, Francesca. I can play song in Dutch too. Wonderful. Okay. So thank you so much again for your time and interest. I think Marion shared you all the info in the chat. Please don't hesitate to send me emails if you have any doubts or to book a video call if you want to talk more specifically of the courses. We'll be able to send you also the links for the brochure of all the courses. And please, if you want to join us and be part of a vibrant international community of cultural professionals who believe in the power of education and the creativity, that would be wonderful. And we can't wait to meet you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hasta luego, Jessica. Great. I will wait a bit if there's anyone that wants to ask anything. Mhm. Mhm. I think we're good. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.